So Francis Ngannou, right now, he is a anomaly to me. He is because he left the UFC. He did boxing. Uh, he made extremely good money in boxing. Um, he gave Tyson Fury the business, and ultimately, won that fight against Tyson Fury. Although Tyson did win the fight in the judges' eyes, the people said Francis won, especially after that viral knockdown that Francis had against Tyson. But after beating Tyson, after arguably beating Tyson, people said that he did beat Tyson. He had a chance to fight Anthony Joshua. He did end up fighting Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua ended up putting Francis Ngannou's lights out early. And then Francis made his return to MMA in the PFL. He fought in the PFL. One time he fought Renan Ferreira, this really super tall MMA giant, powerful striker. And Francis was able to bring him to the ground early and just fucking ground and pound him into oblivion. Francis won the PFL heavyweight belt. And here we are now. And now Francis is apparently eyeing a return back to boxing. So Francis is an anomaly to me because he's not staying in one solid spot. And while it is lucrative to make sure you're always eyeing for the biggest fight possible, I think there also has to be a sense of stability. So I don't know if Francis is going to be a solid PFL fighter. I don't know if the PFL has agreed for Francis to make whatever he wants, to do next. I don't know if the PFL has agreed for Francis to be able to box whenever he wants. I'm sure that there has been a contract signed for a certain amount of fights in the PFL. But yeah, overall, Francis Ngannou is eyeing a fight Francis Ngannou is eyeing a rematch with Tyson Fury in boxing at heavyweight. And I think he's ultimately doing it because Tyson just lost to Usyk twice, so Tyson is no longer the best heavyweight in the world. So I think Francis may feel that Tyson has been dragged back down more to his level, so that a rematch is more plausible. I don't know if that's specifically the case, but Francis does deserve a rematch. I think that fight was razor close, and I do think that Francis won the fight. And I think a rematch would be great. I really do. I think it will sell tickets. I think it will put asses in seats, and it largely will because of how the first fight went. It was cinema. It was absolutely incredible. Francis was able to knock down the former best heavyweight in the world. The whole world was fucking amazed and going crazy. Somehow they still gave Tyson the fight, but overall it was still an amazing show. And a rematch, I think, definitely has the potential to be just as amazing. I think Tyson will likely win it again, but Francis will, still come out there with his Francis Ngannou power, and I don't know what will likely happen, but I think it'll still be a fun fight to watch. I really do. I still do because, it's still two big, powerful, entertaining guys going into the ring and making it a fun fight. And although Tyson Fury isn't, the most clean boxer, he's had some controversies in his past for cheating and staging shit and all this other stuff. But again, Francis Ngannou is an entertaining guy. He'll make the fight entertaining. He'll swing at Francis he'll swing at Tyson with everything. Francis will swing at Tyson with everything he's got. He'll make it fun. And he may even knock down Tyson again. Who knows? But as far as boxing goes, which I'm not really fully into boxing, I'm not big into boxing. But I'll watch the occasional boxing fight here and there. This fight will be a fight that I would watch. And I would watch it because, again, how the first fight went. So the second fight, hopefully it's just as good. I don't know if it will be better because, Tyson Fury might come into this fight, a little bit more cautious and a little bit more aware of the power that Francis has. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll go out there and be fucking crazy and, put himself in danger's way again, in harm's way, and, just roll the fucking dice. But who knows? Overall, this is a solid fight. I think it'll be fun. It won't be crazy fun because it's boxing, and in my opinion, I'm not the biggest boxing fan, but as far as boxing goes, it should still be a fight to watch. It really should. I'm just weirded out by the fact that Francis just won the PFL heavyweight belt. So I thought Francis is next. I thought the near future for Francis was going to be, a handful of PFL fights against nobodies. No offense to the PFL, but it's Francis against like cans basically. But there'll still be fights nonetheless. And Francis has got to make his money and honor his contract with the PFL, and to do so would be to watch Francis fight a handful of cans one after the other for a year or two, or maybe 3. That's what I thought the near future was going to look like for Francis. But apparently Francis has other plans in mind, and he's eyeing a return to boxing and a rematch with the former best heavyweight in boxing. But like I always say, time will tell. So let me know what you think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But most importantly, subscribe. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next.